What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I wanted to talk about something that everybody in trading says that they want, but almost nobody actually trains for it, and that is discipline. And I'm not talking about the fake discipline where you're like, yeah, I wake up early and I do a cold plunge and I sit at the charts all day, and because you can stare at the charts for 10 hours and still be wildly undisciplined. I'm talking about real discipline, like the kind that shows up when you're bored or when you're having a red day, you're down on the day, your P&L is red, when you just missed a move and you feel that feeling of FOMO, or when you feel that little voice in your head that's just saying, like, just take one more trade. And honestly, that was the hardest part of trading for me. And it still is, to be transparent. I didn't blow up accounts because I didn't know strategies. I blew accounts because I couldn't control myself. I had no patience, no emotional control, and no real structure. So once I stopped treating discipline like a personality that you're just born with and actually started treating it like a skill that I needed to train, everything started to shift for me. All right, so I'm going to dive into all those things with you in this video. So if you find this helpful, definitely hit that like button and subscribe. I appreciate the support, you guys. So first thing, slow down and stop rushing. So most traders aren't actually impatient in the market. They're impatient in life. And I say that from experience. I'm a very, very impatient person. When I get my mind set on something, I want it and I want it now. So in trading, that really just, it's a mirror for your personality, and money magnifies that. So those people, when they want to pay out fast, and they want consistency fast, and they want to quit their job fast, and they want to come into the market already in a rush. And when you're in a rush, you force trades. You start lowering your standards. You take setups that you know aren't really even that good, but you take them anyway because you feel like you need to make something happen. That mindset alone will destroy any type of discipline, because disciplined trading is boring, to be honest. It's slow. It's waiting. It's sitting there doing nothing for 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, waiting for price to actually come to your level and give you what you want. And sometimes it doesn't give you what you want. You still just have to sit there and wait. And most people can't handle that. They feel like if they're not in a trade, they're wasting time and they're not working hard enough. And I say that from experience because I've been there. But the truth is, most of your edge comes from what you don't want to trade. The market is not going anywhere. There's always going to be another setup. There's always going to be another opportunity. I always preach that on my live streams. But your account is going to disappear really quick if you keep trying to force action every single day. So that's the first thing. Second thing I'll say is size down so that you can control your emotions. This one is big. And I wish someone had drilled this into me earlier. I know I had heard it, but it just didn't click in my head. If one trade completely messes you up emotionally, then your size is too big. Simple as that. If you take a loss and now you're angry and you're revenge trading and you're doubling your size, you're switching your strategy, you're hitting that reverse button, that's not a psychological problem. That's a position sizing problem. You're trading too big for your nervous system to handle. When your size is right, you think more clearly. You can follow your plan. It's not a big deal if you take a loss. You can let trades play out without staring at every single tick and zoomed in on the 1 minute chart and looking at every single candle like your life depends on it. Discipline gets way easier when your account swings don't feel like you're having a panic attack. Confidence in trading, it doesn't come from making a lot of money fast. It comes from knowing that you can survive long enough to actually get good. So that's one mindset shift that really helped me in my trading, is Stop trying to get to a payout fast. Just try to keep this account as long as possible. If you have it for a month and that's your record, awesome. Let's keep this next account for 6 weeks. Just see how long you can keep that account open without blowing it. And eventually the payouts and the profits are going to come. All right. Next thing, discipline is a routine. It's not motivation. Most people think that discipline is willpower. Like, you just need to try harder. You just need to be more motivated. But that's not how it works. Real discipline is having systems. It's having routines. It's what you do every day, whether you feel like it or not, right? For some, discipline lives in their pre-market routine, like marking your levels and knowing your bias and knowing exactly what kind of setups you're even allowed to take. And then journaling every trade, not just the winners, not just when you feel like it, because the winners aren't going to be the ones that teach you that much. The losers are the ones that you can really take the lessons from. So journal those too. Those are the most important days to journal. And if you're not reviewing your trades, you're basically just repeating the same mistakes in a loop and hoping that one day you're just going to magically figure it out and your problems are going to magically disappear. Discipline is boring. It's repetitive. It's not glamorous. And that's literally why it works. You don't rise to the level of your goals in trading. You fail to the level of your habits. All right. Next thing I'll say is you gotta know when not to trade. This part is underrated, and I feel like I have just now recently figured this part out. But some of the most disciplined days you'll ever have, you won't even take a single trade, right? If you didn't sleep well, if you're stressed, if you're emotional, if something is happening at home where you're distracted, or you're still tilted or emotional from yesterday, you probably shouldn't be trading, because you're not trading the market. You're trading your state of mind. And the market is going to expose whatever is already going on inside of your head. If you're impatient, it's going to make you more impatient. If you're emotional, it's going to amplify that. Professional traders, they don't trade every single day. They trade when they're focused. They trade when they're in that zone and they're regulated and they're actually in a good mental state. Sometimes the most disciplined thing you can do is close the charts, not even log into your computer, honestly, and protect your capital. Or maybe you watch the first couple minutes of the open and it just is not giving you what you want. It's really choppy and you don't like it. Walk away, protect your capital. So don't trade when you know it's not right. Next thing I'll say is stop aiming for P&L. Maybe you can even change your chart so it doesn't show the P&L and it just shows ticks. This one, it sounds weird at first, but it changed everything for me. If your main goal every day is how much money can I make today, then you're already undisciplined, because P&L is an outcome. You don't directly control how much the market is going to give you. You can have perfect execution. You can follow your plan exactly. You can manage your risk perfectly and still lose on a trade. Like, that's just trading. That's the way it works. So instead of focusing on the money, start focusing on your process. Did I wait for my setup? Did I respect my rules? Did I manage my risk properly? If you did those things, then the day was a win, even if it was a red day. So process creates that money and that profit over time, but chasing money is going to destroy your process. It's going to destroy your accounts and make you blow accounts. Next thing I'll say, the last one, is to know your tilt triggers. Everyone has them. Everyone has tilt triggers. Some people tilt after a loss. Some people tilt after missing a move. Like, maybe you feel that FOMO and you start chasing. Or some people tilt when they see other traders in their Discord posting an insane P&L. For me, I tilt when I have a large P&L that I didn't lock in. I have unrealized profits that I didn't lock in, and then it comes down and hits my break even. That really triggers me. So figure out what that is for you. Most traders never actually identify their patterns. That's why emotional journaling matters so much. I'm big on journaling, like not just writing down your entries and your exits and what your strategy was and how much money you made on it, but writing down how you felt. What were you thinking before you took that trade? What made you break your rules? What were you trying to prove? What was going on in your head? Once you can see your patterns on paper, because those things are going to start to show up day after day, week after week, you'll notice patterns. Then you can start catching yourself in real time when you're sitting at the charts, about to take a trade and about to go on tilt. So start journaling your emotions so you can create that awareness, because when you have awareness, you'll be able to control it better. So at the end of the day, discipline isn't something you just turn on when you feel motivated. It's not just something that you're born with. It's someone that you train to become. It's who you become. You either become the type of trader who protects capital and respects rules and plays the long game, or you keep chasing that dopamine and that excitement and chasing payouts. But the market isn't going to pay hype. It isn't going to pay urgency. It doesn't care about your ego, or it doesn't care about your lack of patience or your lack of self-control. And that is the real edge in trading. It's not strategy. It's not an indicator. It's you. All right? So figure that out. Really dial in on that. And again, if you found value in this content, hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.